Hi, my name is Kat, and today I did a video for my wearable color series, and again, it's purple. Oh, there's a cloud in front of the sun. Hopefully that doesn't keep you from being able to see, but my first wearable color video was my purple halo eye, and hopefully you've seen that. I decided to use purple again because I have brown eyes and people say that purple makes brown eyes pop, but you could do this with any color. This is just kind of my take on the color on the lower lash line, so it's really easy and fairly quickly, but it did take me a long time because when I film I get into this like weird mindset, but I did my brows differently. I did really more defined brows than I do, and I used a kind of different lip color. It's actually new that I would talk about it really quick. It's the Hard Candy Velvet Mousse Matte Lip Color, and it's actually new to the world too. It's not just new to me. But here's what it looked like. This one is Sweet Pea, and I actually have another one too. These are $6, and you can get them at Walmart. So yeah, I think based on this one, I like them, and they smell good. They have that kind of like fake vanilla cake smell frosting. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say for now. I will see you in the outro. Okay, so I started out just with my base makeup on, then I went in and did a little bit of a transition shade. I used NYC Sunny, which is kind of an iconic drugstore product, if you will. Everyone was talking about it a few years ago. So now I'm going in with that e.l.f. Studio Crease Brush and just a little, what are these, the Nude Matte eyeshadow from NYX, and this one is Underneath It All, and it's just a cool kind of mid-tone brown. And so I'm just doing a little bit of crease definition, which you haven't seen me do a lot of that before, but for this look it works. So this is really simple. This eye look is really simple, and that's what this is. It's an eye look video. So after I blend that out, I immediately go in with my liner, and this is the NYC Haute Definition, High Definition. Oh, I was reading the French. It's the NYC High Definition Liquid Eyeliner, and I'm kind of afraid to use the one that everyone else uses that has a little brush because I'm not really a liquid liner girl, but I thought for this video I might as well do it. So as you can see, what I'm starting out doing is tracing it along my upper lash line. I'm a very slow person when it comes to doing liquid liner. So as you can see, I just went along the upper lash line, then I started a tiny wing, and then I was saying I'm pausing, and I went in with a purple, and this is the same palette I used in my other wearable color video, but it was just the first thing I saw, and I was like, oh, purple, and I grabbed it. So I'm going in with that e.l.f. Flat liner brush that I used in a different video wherein it did not work for me, but for the lower lash line it worked. And so I'm just kind of packing on that purple, and then I'm winging it out. I'm using my lower lash line as a guide to kind of do a little bit of a wing with the purple. And then I'm grabbing my Urban Decay Ammo palette, and I'm taking the shade Grifter, which is just kind of a light shimmery purple, and I'm taking it on a smudge brush and just kind of smudging out that lower lash line so I don't just have like a purple chunk of shadow there. And then I'm using that wing that I made as my guideline for my upper winged liner, so it kind of makes the whole process a lot easier if you don't really know where to put your liner. And then I just kind of go back and forth until I get the shape that I want. And so I'm just going back in with my smudge brush to make sure that everything is meeting up correctly. And then I'm going with the highlighter. This is the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in the shade Radiant Lights. They have two other ones, but this one is Radiant Lights, and it's just kind of a white, almost a little bit of purple in it, like a lavender. So I'm just using that as my eyelid like highlight, and then I'm using it under my brows, And now I'm going to actually do my brows, and I'm doing them differently than I did my brow tutorial. I'm actually doing them a little more defined. I'm using the same trio that I always use, the BH Cosmetics Flawless Brow Trio, but I'm actually going in with the cream that's in it. I think on the website they say it's a brow wax, but you know, whatever. So I'm just going in with an angled brush and just defining the bottom of my brow. I actually haven't done defined brows like this since I've been growing out my brows, so I'm not 100% sure with the shape that I came up with for me. Like, I wasn't loving it, but I wasn't hating it either. So as you can see, these are a lot sharper than my normal brow. I usually just go in with a powder and just spoolie the crap out of them, but for this I did kind of a sharp tail of my brow. And then I just put a little bit of brow gel to keep them in place all day. That was probably weird. I'm sorry. Okay, and now I'm actually going in with a highlighter on a blush brush just to kind of lay down my initial glow. And this one, it doesn't really have a name on it, like a shade name, but it's pink and it's from Measurable Difference, and it just says Face and Body Bronzer on it. And then the next thing I'm doing is going in with the Essence Silky Touch blush in the shade Adorable. I am loving these blushes right now. They're almost all I'm wearing. Okay, so next I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette Contouring Palette Contour? That's what mine says on it. It's the shade Caramel Toffee, and I'm just going in to add a little bit of definition, and I add some more of something else later, but I'm just going back in with that same highlighter, the Makeup Revolution one, and I am just adding a little bit more under the brows, because I like to do that after I do my brows. And then I'm adding a little bit in the inner corners, on my nose, tip of the nose, cupid's bow, the normal places that I highlight. And now I'm just going in with a fan brush, same highlighter again, and highlighting the crap out of my cheeks. And then I'm actually grabbing ColourPop's Hippo. And if you haven't used ColourPop before, I don't even know how I would describe their formula. It's like a cream, but it's almost squishy. It's kind of like the bouncy blushes kind of thing. And so you see that I start out with a brush and then I do a little bit on my finger because that gives you the best coverage. And then I just blended that out a little bit. And then I'm going in with a lip liner. It's the Wet n Wild, what's it called? Plumberry. I think that's what it's called. I'll check. I will confirm that in the description. And then I'm going in with a new product, and it's the Hard Candy Velvet Mousse. What does it say? Matte lip color. And the color, I expected it to be a little more like, oh, right here I'm showing you that it has really similar packaging to the Milani liquid lip colors, not the matte ones, but the old ones, and also the Bonita Velvet lip creams. And so there I'm showing you the applicator. It smells like chemicals and cake, and I expected the color to be a little bit more similar to my everyday makeup lip color, but it's really baby pink, and it kind of like overshadowed my lip liner, but that's okay. I feel like it was a cute look, like a really baby doll-esque lip. And so there I'm just smacking on some mascara. I used the Revlon, what is it, the Lash Potion. And then here are the lashes I used. They're the Vintage Cosmetic Company, and the shade, or the, not the shade, the style is Connie. And I like the way these looked, but as you can see, I ended up just sitting back in my chair. It took me so long. I cut out so much footage of me with those dang lashes. And it was hard for me to put on the other ones I have too. I have the Nancy ones, and I don't know, maybe it's just me. But, anyway, I have the lashes on now, so I'm going in with the City Color Matte Bronzer, and mine doesn't have a shade on it. I got it in a little kit, but I just used that to add a little bit of definition. After I had everything else on, I was like, I look a little washed out. So there you can see I'm just blending everything with a powder brush, doing a little once-over check in the mirror, and I took my hair down, and that is the finished look. So Yeah, that's it. That's all I have. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye. Hey, hi. This is the finished look.
Let's see, let's put on some earrings. Which ones should I wear? These ones? Okay. Yeah, this took me a really long time. But yeah, this is kind of, it's one of my favorite looks I filmed. Like, I feel like it's pretty glam, but it's still, like, wearable as heck. So, me and my t-shirt and then my glam. So yeah, this is my intro and my outro. I don't know.
And I hope you enjoyed it. I will put a list of products that I used because I was kind of product heavy. I ended up doing a little more than I expected to, but I like the outcome. I do. So hopefully you enjoyed it, got some inspiration. I definitely feel like you could use any color. It's just kind of my take on the lower lash line color. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
Do you hear my chair squeak? I just sneezed. Thought I was gonna pop a lash. Did I already say this in the intro? Yeah, I did.